How about the New England Patriots? They continue to be the team. No one knows how good or bad they are. They pull off a victory against Arizona. Pretty crazy game. Let's just get into it. So I'm just going to talk about the final drive on this video. I like making these final drive videos, especially when it's, Monday or Sunday when I don't have all 22 footage, because without all 22 footage, it's hard to totally know how much I can criticize a certain player. So these kind of final drive videos, I enjoy them. But anyways, yeah, let's just talk about what happened. So first things first for New England, the first play should set up the situation. New England, they have plenty of time left, 1 minute and 47 seconds. The problem, though, is no timeouts. That's the clear thing they have to worry about. So, it's hard to really control the clock as much as you would like. They're going to just try a quick halfback screen, which makes some sense. You have some time here, and you're already at the 35-yard line, so realistically, you just need about 30 yards, and you have 1 minute and 47 seconds to do it. So a play that you like, it makes some sense, but look at the Arizona player who I have circled here. That's defensive end Zach Allen, and he's going to do an incredible job of reading this play. Watch, once this ball is snapped, you're going to see that Allen gets over there in a hurry. He reads this play, he's quickly moving over and trying to help stop this, which, again, that's a really good read by him because this whole kind of play is set up by really New England. They're thinking this is something that we can do to surprise Arizona. So really good job just to read the play, get over there, and get in position. But it's not just going to be the positioning that's impressive. Watch how he's able to then just push an offensive lineman back, reach his arm out, and stop James White in his tracks. Really good play by him. And, for New England, probably pretty frustrating way to start this game where, you think that you have a pretty good play call, but you just get beat by a good read and a good play. It happened. So now it's 2nd down and 11, and they also kill a ton of time. And this is where some of this interesting strategy comes in, because you don't know exactly what you should do with the clock, right? Because it's 2nd down and 11, there's 1 minute and 5 seconds left. So you still want to win this game in regulation, but what you don't want to do is give Arizona the ball with 1 minute and 20 seconds left and they still have a timeout. Or even if they don't, you just don't want to give them enough time if you don't get the first down for them to, kick a field goal and win it in regulation. Their mindset is clearly almost like in basketball, where let's just take some time down. If there's 15 seconds left and we get the ball, let's take it down to 8 seconds left, then try to take a shot, because even if it gives us a slightly smaller chance of making the shot, it gives us a better chance of winning. It's kind of a similar idea with New England here. So this next play for Arizona, they're going to play cover 2 man right here, and I think this just fooled Cam Newton. I think that he was expecting there to be 1 safety deep. They weren't expecting there to be a 2nd safety deep. I think, again, I haven't watched a full all-22, so I kind of wonder if they just weren't doing this a ton and then all of a sudden started doing this more. I would not be shocked if that was the case. But especially when you factor in Arizona was showing blitz, and they show blitz but still end up having cover 2, it's just a good disguise by them, and they got Cam, so give them some credit. Watch how Newton, he's going to look up, and he's looking downfield. So again, I don't know what the actual route is, but it doesn't work out because now eventually pressure comes. And I also should just explain one small thing. There are 5 players that are kind of rushing the passer. One of them was covering James White, the halfback, but since they saw White was blocking, they then also rushed the passer. So it's a 5-man rush, but it's only a 4-man rush if James White was running a route. But yeah, I mean, Cam Newton, he's dead to rights right here. And if this is a sack, again, he loses a good amount on this play because he's pretty far behind the line of scrimmage. He might lose 10 yards on this play, which would make it a 3rd down and 21. If it's a 3rd down and 21, there's no way they're getting the first down. Honestly, Arizona probably calls a timeout, and then New England just runs the ball, and it goes to overtime. But Newton breaks the tackle. He runs forward. He still gets sacked here, but he gets sacked for a loss of 2 instead of for a loss of 10, and that's just a huge difference because that sets up this next play. So Arizona takes a timeout, which again just sort of adds to this very interesting situation that we don't see too often, where the defense, despite the fact that it's tied in the final minute, kind of wants there to be more time on the clock. You don't see this too often, but they were just assuming they can get to stop on 3rd and 13, and honestly, it is the correct decision. You have to, the odds of you giving up a 3rd and 13 are pretty small, but that's where Cam Newton is going to come in. So New England is going to run the ball with Cam, which is just the perfect decision to make here, because There's a chance that Cam Newton can get 13 yards. If he doesn't, well, then it's not a big deal because, again, Arizona has no timeouts left. So you can kill 40 seconds, you'll punt the ball, but then the Cardinals would probably just have to take a knee, barring like a blocked punt or a huge run back, and you go to overtime. So this makes sense. I totally understand this decision. So a few things to watch. One thing is that since Newton is going to just fake the handoff, and since Arizona is expecting this still could be just a regular halfback handoff, despite the situation, the edge, really, you're going to see it that there's an Arizona player who's blitzing off the edge right here, and he's going to totally fall for this handoff and not suspect the Cam Newton run. Also, look at left tackle, Jermaine Illuminor, I think might be how to pronounce it. We'll just call him Jermaine. He's number 72. He's their left tackle. He's mostly been a depth player, but he's played good so far for New England. And watch what's going to happen on this play. He makes an incredible block getting that edge defender out of the area. And now at this point, this is bad news for Arizona. And honestly, this is not great defense for Arizona. We have to be honest. You should have suspected that something like this might have come. Especially after a timeout. They were not, and this is just a bad situation. The only guy who could realistically make a play at this point would be Budda Baker, number 33. And listen, I mean, I think we all know you never count that guy out, but he's just not in position right now to make this play, which in fairness, he shouldn't have to worry about that. It was the defensive back who blitzed off the edge. That was the real guy who sort of screwed up his assignment here, and now you have a wide open top half of the screen where Cam Newton is going to run and try to pick up some yards. You see Newton's speed. He is able to get by Baker. Isaiah Simmons tries to make this play, and he does come close. Again, first off, this clearly wasn't a dirty play by Simmons. He's trying to make the play and trying to stop Newton before the first down marker. And it wasn't a late hit. He hit Newton when he was in bounds. I do think that there was helmet to helmet. If you watch this replay right here, to me it looks like Simmons is attempting to just do a shoulder-to-shoulder hit and does end up sort of using his head area to hit Cam Newton in his head or neck area. Again, those ones are tricky. If it's up to, I think it's tough because for Simmons, he's clearly just trying to make a play there, but I do believe that that is the penalty. Either way, it gives the Patriots 15 yards. And NFL refs are taught if it's close when it comes to a quarterback, throw the flag. So that's why they're doing it there. So then this play would happen. Again, for New England, now you're on the outside of field goal range, but this would be a long field goal. You'd like to get some more yards if possible, and you do have time left. But again, the flip side is still no timeouts. For Arizona, they're playing aggressive, which makes sense. They're going to just play cover zero, which means they have one player covering every New England eligible receiver. Everyone else rushes the passer, which I like, but one of the problems is that now for the Arizona defensive backs, they don't want to get burned deep at all, so they're playing a little bit far off. But in my opinion, I think at this point, still play as close as you want to play because, yes, you have no help behind you, but a touchdown is pretty much as bad as, like, you know, it is as bad as a field goal, and a 5-yard gain is still pretty helpful. If you're trying to play aggressive, then go all out. Don't just have your guys play back, even though this is what you would typically do in a traditional cover zero. Cam Newton is easily able to just take this quick check down, and they're able to get some yards just like that, you know, pick up a solid gain, nothing crazy, but you're able to make things a little bit easier for your kicker. They would then just run the ball for another few yards on the next play, hurry up, and then they would spike it with 3 seconds left for Nick Folk to kick the game winner. I mean, listen, it's a win for the Patriots. You're 5-6. You're probably it's probably too much to come back from now. They had too many bad losses. But at the same time, you got to give them some credit for finding ways to win games. And for Arizona, this is a tough loss as they're trying to make the playoffs. And now what seemed like a given, not so much a given. So, big game for New England, though. And Cam Newton was great in that final drive. He didn't have his best day for sure. But, hey, a good final drive can make up for some of that. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.